Happy Wellness Wednesday. Happy New Year. I hope that you are beginning your new year well. I'm coming on today to read to you my newsletter, which I'll be sending out shortly, but I thought it might be nice to hear them in my words or my voice. It's a little different than when you're reading it. So Happy New Year, everyone. I'm reaching out to be a gentle reminder that it's time to get back on the wellness track. If you've gotten sidetracked, use these small practices to realign. We all get sidetracked, and during the holidays, people send us beautiful gifts and lots of loving intentions, but sometimes those indulgences kept too long in our lives can really become too much. So it is a good time now to start slowly taking one step back into alignment. So these simple practices, beginning your day with a large glass of lemon water, right? Just if you've not been doing that one simple thing, put that back in. Stay hydrated throughout the day. So maybe just 4 ounces of water here and there throughout the day. That other simple practice can help you not reaching for a little cookie or a sweet little something that's still sitting on your counter. And then maybe the one major impact would be no more than one processed or man-made carb per day. So this will help you step off the sugar cycle, and this includes any and all processed flours, even the ones made of natural ingredients. So they are processed to become flour nonetheless. Coconut flour, almond flour, they're processed nonetheless. So once you are there where you're not eating more than one man-made carbohydrate, and this would include you had pasta for dinner, but the pasta was made out of black bean or some other bean or red lentil or something along those lines, it's still processed. Then the next stage would be to avoid having added sugar and processed foods in the same day. And again, even if these are natural sugars. So for example, honey in your tea and then gluten-free pancakes mix for breakfast. This equals 2, right? So the honey, even though it's natural, it's sugar, and then you're eating a man-made carbohydrate. Or let's say maple syrup on your oatmeal. And then for lunch, you have the healthiest, no grain, best chip you could possibly buy on the market is still processed. So this would be 2. But this is next stage. For now, just 1 or less man-made carb per day might be a nice way to get back on track. So then you can check out my new breakfast with it, which is a pink grapefruit with coconut flakes and pecans, and I warmed up some coconut milk. I like a warm breakfast, but sometimes I also like fruit for breakfast. And that's what I'm having now. And I took a picture of the coconut milk that I'm using. It's simple, and it says on the label simple, which means it doesn't include anything else. And so I really love that about it. And then this week, Babaji gave a beautiful talk on Sunday, and I scooped up his quote that he started with, and it reads like this: "The action you take in the name of universal wellness does not create karma." Love it, love it. So if you know anything about karma and how our actions have ripple effects out into the universe, the action you take in the name of universal wellness does not create karma. So it inspired me to write, what is a quality of wellness? Wholeness. So something to contemplate is, what is standing between you and your wholeness? What is standing between you and your wholeness? Not waiting for what is next to come, whole, complete onto yourself. It's so beautiful to experience the breath rising and be in the awareness of the whole universe breathing with you. When awareness is on the breath, it's like that. Your whole universe is participating in breathing in with you. It's not far-fetched if you understand that you are the creator of your universe. Others are not seeing and experiencing what you are. The world you see is arising in your awareness. If we consider what the body-mind is made of, it gets even more awe-inspiring. If we consider that the body is made up of a community of self-organizing cells, most of which are not even human, and that there is nothing that your body is made of that has not been breathed, consumed, digested, and eliminated by the rest of the universe. It's pretty mind-blowing. When we are alone, we certainly are not. It's only the separate I self that ever feels alone. When we feel alone, we tend to be comparing one moment with another moment that feels more fulfilling through connection with another. Or when we compare times of connection with one person to times when connection is lacking with another. Alone. In Sanskrit, the A at the beginning of the word negates it. Satya means truth. Asatya means untruth. If what I've stated about feelings of being alone is true, it's time to start questioning when the feeling arises. First, if we take what we learned from Sanskrit, feeling alone no longer applies. If you're alone, you are not. The A before negates it. If the A before negates it, therefore, when you feel alone, it's just that, a feeling. We are never actually alone. Not only do we come as a communities of cells, we also come complete, wholeness onto ourselves. This completeness completes us. When the relationship between separate self and divine self is cultivated, no other can compare. So when this relationship between separate self and divine self is cultivated, no other can compare. So again, there is really no separate self. It's an appearance as the body-mind. And there are also some other appearances and experiences in the body that remind us of that feeling of body, and it's the body that actually feels separate. It's the body through the mind experience that feels separate from our divine self or the connection to the universe. And so when we're uncomfortable, physically uncomfortable, and from overindulgence, we can certainly feel physically uncomfortable, whether it be upper GI discomfort or lower GI discomfort. That discomfort tends to take all of our attention. And then it's less likely that we expand and recognize glimpses of divine self. So I'm coming on today to be a gentle reminder to bring back the alignment of body-mind, carving out some time for stillness, for connection with your wholeness, breathing, yoga, whatever it is that your practices that allow you to move beyond the limited experience of body-mind. But then for the body-mind, what can you do to bring it back into alignment so that it's not feeling unnecessarily uncomfortable in any way and pulling your attention this way and that? So if your body's communicating with you, if you're not feeling optimal health for yourself, before you run off here and there and start to do some mind stuff in attempt to make yourself feel like you're taking action. So if you're not feeling well, sometimes just calling the doctor and making an appointment helps us to feel like we've taken some action. So I'm here to be the gentle reminder that the action might be carving out a couple of weeks to get back on track with eating. And we're starting with lemon water, staying hydrated, and no more than one man-made processed, whether it's natural or not, carb per day. So then the end of my newsletter just wraps it up by talking about we're at the end of my breathing course, level 1. It's been a wonderful experience. Level 2 will come sometime in the near future, probably around May. And then the last but not least, My birthday is January 18th, and so I'll be offering a free yoga class 9:30 a.m. Monday, January 18th. And if you would like a Zoom link to that, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to send it over to you. My intention is to then record and post it on my YouTube channel, so you can join that way as well. And that about wraps it up for this week's Wellness Wednesday. Have a wonderful evening. Happy New Year, and namaste.